Get more on this from Mary Ellen O'Toole. She is a former FBI special agent and FBI profiler. Good to have you with us today. What can you tell us from what we know in this story so far about this person?
Well, from what's being reported right now, this behavior is not behavior that would be described as snapping behavior. If he survives this murder spree, that's what his defense attorneys will say. But he's thought about this for some time. Most spree killers do. They fantasize about it. Second thing for me that's very interesting is that it looks as though he went and killed his sister-in-law, her family members, and then his own in-laws before he actually went to his wife. That doesn't make sense unless you look at it from this perspective. When he got to the point where he was inside his wife's home, it would make sense that he wanted to make sure that he told her that her entire family has been killed, which would be a very cruel and sadistic behavior. But my sense is with this person, there was cruel and sadistic behavior that took place inside that relationship.
Boy, what an awful situation for this family. You call him a long-term injustice collector. What does that mean, Mary Ellen?
An injustice collector is someone who goes through life blaming people for what's happening to them, and they never forgive and they never forget, and they just carry their injustices with them throughout life. It's pretty clear that he's having a problem with the custody with his wife and his children, but to handle it like this is really disproportionate to what's going on, and that's what you see in dangerous injustice collectors. Their response when they don't get their way is extremely over the top and disproportionate to what is going on. So just based on that behavior, that's my sense about him, that this is someone who completely overreacts to things when he does not get his way.
So a lot of times when we see these things, it ends with the person taking their own life, but he's on the run, so he's trying to survive.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that that's correct. It may be, but his planning appears to have stopped strategically, at least when he started to carjack. That tells me that he didn't plan for his getaway. So what was most important in this crime spree was to carry out the murders. So now, if that was him attempting that carjacking, there are no other reports. There's an absence of stolen car reports that we know about. So that puts him pretty much on foot. But he knows he can never go back from this. That's what makes suicide far more likely, either by his own hand or suicide by cop.
Yeah. Mary Ellen, thank you very much. We'll see how this ends up. Thanks for your expertise.
You're welcome.
You bet.